Hey guys, welcome back to Rusty Autoholic Garage. Today, I'm trying to make the motor mounts for the V2403 to go in Project Felicity. Okay, quick little intermission. So, this one was cut at like 30 inches per minute, and I slowed it way down to 15 inches per minute, and I got this. I do not have an unlimited supply of metal, and it is also Sunday, so no places are open, so I'm running out of 3/16 rather quickly. However, looking at these, I can make these work. Essentially, the flat side where it's mostly flat, that's going to go down on the frame mount tabs. And then these, I'm going to weld on there like that. So, and it will work. It's not going to be pretty, but I'm not too concerned about pretty. I'm more concerned about functionality. And I will say, this is not a problem with the Langmuir Crossfire. This is completely user error. I am brand new to this. I cut the template out. Give me a second. Well, I don't know. The template came out fantastic on the really thin stuff. For me, this is user error. I don't know AutoCAD. I don't know Mach 3. I finally found a spreadsheet that kind of has stuff on it, and it's actually looking like I might just be using the wrong nozzle size. Entirely possible. I am brand new to all of this, so learning curve. But in the interest of getting the V2403 in the engine bay 2 inches lower with new motor mounts, I'm gonna make these work. So I'm gonna go set up my bench grinder, and I'm going to try to clean these up. Said I wasn't going to cut another piece, and then I cut another piece. Captain's prerogative. But anyway, here's the piece that I cut out of the really thin stuff. I mean, beautiful cuts, everything worked. It was the best one I had, but like if you look right here and then on the back side, it's got a wave in it. I couldn't figure that out. And that was at 30 inches per second. So I slowed it down to 15 and I thought I'd be able to use this, but this slag was almost like a weld and I just can't get it off. So did a quick little search and it's still not perfect, but I changed the height of the torch. I went back to 30 inches per minute, and this one actually is almost better than this one. It's a close tie, so I'm happy with it. And actually, yeah, this one's way better, because if you look at that hole and then look at that one, it's a lot better. If I had to guess, I don't have the right nozzle right now, and I still haven't fine-tuned the speed and everything. So anyway, I'm gonna hit these on the bench grinder real quick, then we're gonna put these in the motor mounts on the V2403, and then I'm gonna lift the V2403, set it down on these, mark them, and probably do a quick little tack weld on each side. And yeah, we're making progress. Back to time lapse. Hey guys, so this is becoming an ever-learning series of this is how you should do things and this is how you shouldn't do things. I did these wrong. They don't line up right. I'm trying to shift the V2403 more to my passenger side, or what would normally be driver's side, because I have more room over there. my driver's side, a normal passenger side, is fairly cramped right now with steering, brakes, and everything. And I talked to my buddy Ronnie, and he kind of told me how to do it, and I thought I was doing it right. And I made two major mistakes. One, I had my welder on the wrong setting, so it wasn't penetrating this thick metal and really bonding it. And two, when I went to take this out, I tried lifting the V2403 off of it, and I kept breaking the welds. What I should have done was unbolted these from the frame, lifted the V2403 with these just dangling on them, pulled the bolts out, and then really tack weld them out. I tried guessing on it. Guess what? Didn't work. Surprise, surprise. I'm not surprised. No one's surprised. This is kind of the story of how this project's been going. So now I'm going to cut the welds. That one's going to be fun. I'm going to clean up all the metal on this thing to try to get it as new looking again. And then we're going to try this all over again. And I'm going to set it down. I'm going to measure it. I'm going to tack weld it at the right settings. And then I'm going to lift everything off. Oh, the other thing is I'm going to go ahead and weld bolts into these two spots. I hadn't done that yet, and that was also causing me problems. So, lessons learned, how not to make motor mounts, the first half of this video. How to somewhat make motor mounts, because I am not a professional, clearly, the second half of the video. So, let's get to grinding. So it's lowered, it clears the hood, it looks good. So a couple things I hadn't said yet. I actually moved the engine over a little more than an inch to what would normally be the driver's side, but this is the passenger side for me, right-hand drive. The reason why I did that was I was getting really tight over here with space, like everything was just tight, but over here is wide open. So talked to my buddy Ronnie a lot today, huge shout out to him. He was doing his own thing and I kept interrupting him, but I mean, he's been my best friend, pseudo dad, whatever, for years, and he always does it, and it's amazing. So what we have done is we have actually tilted the engine, or angled the engine about of 1/4 of an inch from the passenger side to the driver's side. I took some measurements, and by the time I get to the end of the transmission and the transfer cases, it's basically going to be center. And because I have a double cardian joint, being that 1 or 2 degree off is really not going to hurt me. So that was all really good. I thought I was going to have this done by about noon, and it's about 6. The other thing I really want to stress on this channel is I am an amateur at best when it comes to fabrication. I mean, quite frankly, you could call me a noob, and I really couldn't, you know, I have no way of disputing it. I ran into so many problems today, and I learned a lot, and that's part of the whole reason why I did this channel. I'm learning as I go. I'm trying to figure it out. I had problems with the plasma cutter, kind of figured it out to the point that it works. Tried putting the motor mounts together, motor mount plates together, didn't work. I screwed it up. I had to cut them apart. I had to clean them, had to do it again, still screwed it up, had to set the motor back down, turned my welder up to its highest setting and just really burn it. Measure like crazy from the bottom side, because I was measuring the edge of the block to where these control arms are, the upper control arms for the axle. It's almost perfectly in line with the block. So, I mean, just constant measuring, constant doing that again. I think you saw it in time lapse when I went to pull that motor mount plate out. I hadn't thought that I had just welded it on my highest welder setting. Man, I really got lucky, but it felt like I burnt the heck out of the tip of my thumb. But anyway, I was hoping to get so much more done today, and it didn't happen. But I'm happy that the motor's sitting in the engine bay again. Oh, that was the other mistake I made. The 2 little screws, they're supposed to go through the inside edge of the motor mount tabs on the frame. I should have welded those the first time. And then my mistake was I tried tightening them, but I bought grade 8 screws, and it's like kind of an oblong nut, and it actually twisted that one and broke it. I mean, it was a learning experience, and what it ended up being is put the screws in the motor mount plate, weld them, set it down, don't put those nuts on, put the bolts through the back side, set the motor down, make sure you get a really good spot weld in at least 1 or 2 places. Then, instead of lifting the motor off your motor mounts that you just made, unbolt the motor mounts and lift the whole engine off, and then gently take those out, and then really weld the crap out of them. Now, I'm not done welding them. That's the other thing I want to say. I want to check a few other things, and I am going to be cutting out little support gussets, so I'll have a triangle on each side of the tubes. But I really want to get the AW4 hooked up. I want to get the doubler built, and I want to get the MP231 on, and if my angle is too extreme, which my angle right now is 1/4 of an inch, and I'm only an inch this way, so I mean, it shouldn't be, but on the off chance it is, I can cut these welds right now and start over. But looking at it, I don't think I have to. It looks great. So yeah. Again, I'm an amateur. I'm new to this. I'm learning as I go. But at the end of the day, at least I can say, hey, I built this. And that was the whole point of this channel, and more importantly, of this Jeep. I got this Jeep bone stock because I wanted to say I built it, I didn't buy it. And I'll definitely be able to say that. So hey, as a quick little preview, oh man, this thing's heavy. But this is going to be the next video I do, and I might do this tomorrow night depending on how badly I'm hurting. But tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of the MP231 doubler compared to this Northwest Fabrications Econobox came in. So this is going to be the doubler I'm going to be running. You still need a ton of parts out of MP231 to put this together. So I'm going to be doing a comparison video of this and the MP231 doubler kit I was initially going to run, and my thoughts and everything. And once I do that, then I'll do a video where I just build this thing. This thing's beautiful, but very heavy. But it's lighter than the MP231, I'll give it that. So let's get this sound. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. If you have, again, thank you so much. My channel's been growing every day. It seems like I get 1 or 2 more subscribers. It means the world to me. Keep your comments coming. I love them. I'm trying to answer all of them. And hey, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.